Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. It is Monday and that means it is time for yet another Dominaria United best of 3 draft. Like I've been mentioning recently, we don't have a lot of these left. This might be the last one depending on when the cube schedule launches, but we'll see. We got just a couple here, and then next week, next Friday, is the full spoiler for the Brothers War. Be subscribed to the channel to get ready for set review content for the Brothers War. There's going to be a lot of it this time. You're going to enjoy it. But this pack one pick one here for Dominaria United, I think is a pretty easy Tolarian Geyser. Revenge of the Claw is just a 3-mana 3/3. Cleaving Skyrider is good if you're already in red-white. Droid Exploration is fine if you're already in some sort of blue deck. And everything else is, I mean, Bite Down's good. Sojourner's good. Sacred Peaks is good. It's a good pack. But Tolarian Geyser's among the best commons here. And I'm totally fine starting off my deck with a Tolarian Geyser. We got past a Liliana of the Veil. Now, this looks like it would be a good card, but I think this person knows what they're doing in the fact that I don't think it's very good. You can't really build around the +1 ability here. Each player discarding a card. I mean, you could if you had like a blue-black self-mill Necromass deck, but it too often is just not that great, to be honest. So my pick here is between Nael and Essence Scatter. And Nael is obviously much more of a domain build run. I've been doing a lot of domain best of 3 here on the channel lately. There's also just an Essence Scatter. And, you know, starting off my draft with Tolarian Geyser and Essence Scatter seems pretty defensible. I would not fault you for taking Nael here, and I would not fault you for taking Liliana if that was something that you really wanted to do, and potentially even Blight Pile. But I'm actually just going to go ahead and take the Essence Scatter here. And then we see a Battlewing Mystic, so we're kind of rewarded for going just straight blue spells at the beginning, because Battlewing Mystic is a great spell, or a great card in blue-red. There is a Necromass to go with the Liliana, so maybe that deck could have been open if we took it, but again, if we don't get into exactly that deck, Liliana's really not that good. So I'll go ahead and take Battlewing Mystic here pretty easily. And that is an interestingly late Neshoba Brawler. As well as Rager, Destroy Evil, and Talus Lookout. I think I have to take the Brawler, don't I? I don't know, this is close because as far as blue-red, I mean, there's like a Talus Lookout, but that's not great in blue-red. There's a Destroy Evil, which could be good. I'm not sure I've ever played blue-white this format. We could splash the Mystic activation. Destroy Evil's also very good, and there's blue-black if we're going control here. This is tough. I think Brawler is good enough and better than the rest of those cards to take it here, so I'm going to. And blue is already getting a little bit cut, which is kind of scary. Same with red. We have a Turtle and a Steel Crusher. While there's also a War Leech and an Ancient sitting here. Could definitely take Mossbeard Ancient. We do have a Brawler, and maybe that's a reason to take that over a War Leech here. Kind of like, and now obviously we regret the Nael pick now that we've taken Brawler and Ancient, but seeing Brawler and Ancient pick 4 and 5 is definitely signally to me. So I'll go ahead and take that and see where it goes. Again, 0 blue cards, so people over here are in blue. Maybe what we could do is we can fill this pack out with some green cards and then get blue from this side, and then in pack 3 we'll get no blue. The Love Song of Night and Day is not bad in blue-white. Neither is Mesa Cavalier. But if we're going some sort of blue-green thing here, I think having access to a copy of Gaia's Might is going to be pretty good for us. One of the better green commons in decks like these. So I think I'll take it there. And then we'll have to see what happens with blue here in the next couple of picks. To see if we really have to abandon it. Yeah, okay, so there's literal 0 blue cards here. So I think I'm going to take Urg and probably look to get off of this blue stuff, unfortunately. unless pack 2 is very, very nice to us in the first several picks. Like if we can end the draft with like 7 blue cards and then, you know, a bunch of green and maybe a splash of black or something, that could be okay. But I think I'm going to land on Urg here. Maybe green-black just ends up being more open too. Like if we find a repossession or anything like that, that would really open up green-black for us so far. Okay, there is some blue here, but it's not good blue. The phasing of Zalfir as well. I drafted this card on Friday, and I never put it in my deck, and I went 3-0. So I don't think this card's very good. I might just take the Crystal Grotto here. There's also a Scout the Wilderness. But I think I'm just going to take the land and kind of delay our decision a little bit on what we're doing. Okay, again, 0 blue. I'll take the Shadow Prophecy. It's about the best card in this pack. There's also a Hurler Cyclops. Maybe green-red could be open for us. But I like green-black better than green-red. So I'm going to take the Prophecy here and probably be looking to splash Geyser in like a green-black deck right now. For green-black, there's a 2-drop here. I don't think this card's playable. Warbrute, not in this style of anything. I hate Meteorite and Academy Wall, no. So I'm just going to take this as the only card I'd probably consider playing in that pack out of what we have so far. Unfortunately, this table knows what's up with blue. As they should. It's like the last week of the format, so... Not saying we were trying to pull a fast one over anyone, but yeah, we just got straight cut out of it. So this person's probably seen like literal 0 blue cards. And there's a Necromass. The Necromass wheeled. So yeah, that's really good sign for green-black. So yeah. A-Bomb, Vivisector, I don't think this card's playable. So I'll take this. I'm probably not going to play 2 of these either, though. And the Warleech wheeled. All right. Okay, so green-black splash, a tiny bit of blue, maybe? Let's see what we got here. Braid's Frightful Return. Again, this is a card that, like, I've never had it cast against me, and I've never cast it in this format, but it seems like it would be fine. There's a Walking Bulwark for Defender's nonsense. There's a Bite Down, a Goblin, a Guy's Might, and a Vine Wall. I think I'll take the Bite Down here. Recently, I've noticed that I've been a little light on interaction. So I think I'm going to take the Bite Down. There's also a Vine Wall that I would love to wheel. There's also a Ridgeline. If this was like a green-blue or a black-blue land, I would probably take it here. But I'm going to start with the Bite Down and then see 0 black cards. So the person over here is in black. So there's guaranteed to be at least 1 common of every color in every pack. And you'll notice there's 0 black cards in this pack, which means this person took a black common. So, we're going to have to fill this pack out with green if we're thinking about going green-black here. There's also a Tributary, helps with our Nishoba Brawler splash. We don't have any red cards to splash so far, but we do have some blue. And I'm just missing out on like a Bog Badger. So I'll take the Tributary here. And there's a Tangled Islet. There's another Might. There's a Sentry. There's a couple black cards here, but I'm not liking how this is going now that I know for certain this person is in black. Maybe we could just take some lands here and see if we can put something together. Okay, so now there's a couple good options. There's Exploration and Battle Hymn, but there's also Sojourner and a couple of lands. I think I might take the land here. If I'm looking to be some sort of domain thing with Brawler and Gaia's Might and Shadow Prophecy, I could take the beachfront for a white source and also another blue source to play Geyser and Warleech here. I think I'm going to do that. And then not really like my options here. So another Prophecy. There's a Protect the Negotiators, but I don't think we're going that deep into blue. I think I'll take another Shadow Prophecy. Blight Pile and Splatter Goblin. And maybe Artillery Blast here? If this is a pick 6 Blight Pile, maybe we can find a Defender's package in here, because see if we can spike a Defender's package. Oh man, it's just getting rough. The only black and green are this, and gosh, this draft has been not outstanding. I guess I'll take a Artillery Blast as like a defensive card. We only have 2 white sources right now, but I don't like any of the other cards here. I mean, Skyrider's good, but not in this deck. There's a Coral Colony for defenders. Guess we could take that over a third Prophecy here. Then we see a Splatter Goblin. I don't think we need another Gaia's Might, and we're not at all red-white. So we'll take the Goblin and see if we can really get bailed out in pack 3 here. Wouldn't mind opening a Wingmantle Chaplain. That would be great. I guess Bog Badger? I'm thinking of myself as green, black, splashing blue and white. Which might not be responsible. I'm not playing this card, so I'm just gonna put this over here. All right, pack 3, what do you got for me? We have a lot of goodies, including a Shivan Devastator. I said I'm thinking of myself as green, black, splash, blue, white. Well, this is red. And so is this. There's a Strength of the Coalition. There's a Nael here. But the strength is not at its best in our deck. Our Necromass is not looking great right now with 11 creatures. Could definitely take Nael. And in fact, I might do that. There's probably something we can wheel out of here. But I don't think red is a color we can find ourselves being a lot of. I know this card is good, but our mana is already pretty stretched. We only have 3 lands, and a Wingmantle Chaplain was just passed to us. So we are defenders. So we are defenders. We have Blight Pile, Wingmantle Chaplain. Is there another defender here? There is. We have Blight Pile, double Coral Colony, and Wingmantle Chaplain. We're going to have to find a little bit more fixing. But our deck is a pile of cards with a Wingmantle Chaplain in it, basically. So I'm going to take a second Coral Colony. I would not mind having access to... Ooh, Joda. A little late for Joda, right? Yeah, I think it's a little late for Joda. So... Any other defenders here? No, there's not, but there is a couple of lands, as well as another Geyser, another Necromass. Neither of these lands are white. So I think I might land on Necromass just to make this card better. Make this one better. Yeah, it's a tough pack there for sure. All right, defenders, no. Another Necromass. There's a Knight of Dusk's Shadow as well. which could be pretty good. But I'm going to take the Necromass. We do have Double Prophecy to help load up our graveyard as well. And then there's an Ashoba Brawler. No defenders here. Oh, there's a Sunlit Marsh. I think... Oh, man. This is annoying. The responsible thing to do is to take Sunlit Marsh. I'm going to be irresponsible and take an Ashoba Brawler here. Erie's Soul Tender to help with our triple Necromass now. That's pretty good. And we have one pick left to see, I don't know, like a Urborg Repossession or something. Which I doubt we will. Caves of Koilos is a good one. It doesn't help towards Domain, but it does help us splash a Chaplain. So I think I'm definitely taking that. And hopefully there's a Gibbering Barricade that can come back. Pick 9. That would be outstanding. It did not, but we do have another Necromass. Sure. 19 creatures. Okay. Sojourner. Not too bad. Don't think we need the blast. I don't think we're playing any of this. Sabotage? Best of 3? Might be able to side that in. A third Shadow Prophecy. I don't know about that. We'll have to see here. I think we have 4 cuts to make from this deck. I just don't think Gaia's Might is what we're trying to do. When it comes to creatures versus non-creatures, we need a lot for Necromass. Bite Down seems good. Geyser seems good. I don't think we need 3. I think 2 is okay. And we could probably cut one of these and we still have 19 creatures here. Yeah, I think that works. 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources for Chaplain and maybe a splash here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources. That's not great. Probably have to up that. 5, 6, 7 black and 5, 6, 7 green. Ooh, our mana is horrible. I think we can get away without a plains. This double coral colony is looking a little weird with our mana. 6 blue sources. We don't have any sources over here, do we? No. Bog Badger's looking a little weird as well. Okay, well I don't particularly like the mana, but I think this is how we have to run it. So let's try this out and hope we don't get too mana screwed in most of these games. Cross your fingers. If we don't, I think our deck is okay. I think we kind of got there for the most part, except for the mana. So we'll go first. Don't have a green source, but we do have a couple other things we can play here. Give Shadow Prophecy on turn 3 with 3 domain. Haunting Figment, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Prophecy. And you know what? They're playing blue-red. They could counter this, and I want to make sure it resolves. So I'm just going to do this. Take this. And I think I'm going to take the Necromass here. Okay, down goes Blight Pile. They did miss a land drop, so that's good. I'll just drop both my creatures here. Alright, still a missed land drop. Okay, so I know I could have kind of held that back to kind of threaten to trade with this when it died anyway. But with them missing land drops, I wanted to get on the offensive a little bit because I think if we have a 4-3 trample and they're just stuck on 2 lands, I want to try to get them dead as quick as possible. Okay. Do we have any 1-drops in the deck? I can't remember any. We took the Guy's Might out. I don't think we have any 1-drops. But we do potentially have a couple of 2-drops. But we would need a land and a 2-drop, so it doesn't really matter how we tap here. And I cast that instead of the War Leech because we missed land drops, and I want to make sure we hit them because we have a 5-drop and a 7-drop in hand, so... Could kick this, hit them for 6. Could just play a 3-3. I think I'm just going to play the 3-3 here. Then next turn we can kick the Bog Badger. Talus Lookout, okay. Beachfront makes it a 5-3, and I guess we can just kick Bog Badger and get in. I think that should probably do it. Yeah. Oh no, they go to 1. I'm dumb. That's okay, though. Their board is clear. We have 3 creatures in there at 1, so... yeah, it seems okay. Okay. Weren't really punished with the bad mana there. We're going against blue-red. Guy's Might seems bad. Bite Down doesn't seem particularly great, only because they've got things like Lightning Strike and Timely Interference and probably Flowstone Infusion and things like that. So Bite Down targeting our own creature really doesn't seem that great. Whereas just like another 2-drop could be okay, or maybe even a Sabotage. Getting another 2-for-1 with them drawing cards. I'll try to run it like this. Oh, this hand is... I mean, this has the potential to help us a little bit. But we're not doing anything until 3. If we're lucky. So I don't think we can keep that. Keep this one and then get rid of this. Am I willing to trade this for a combat trick? Yeah, we have 3 Necromasses in this deck, and Defenders aren't like our first priority. They're not developing their board by doing this. So that's why I'm willing to trade this for the combat trick. We have 3 Necromasses, and they're not developing their board here. I got rid of Talus Lookout and Lightning Strike. Ooh, their hand is probably loaded. That's one of them. Let's see what they find. Hopefully not a Vortex. Shore Up, I don't really care about if they find that. We don't have any removal. Timely Interference, that's probably okay too. Well, no way we can play anything here, so we'll get our domain up. Darn. Okay, I have counter spell or something bouncing. I don't know. What do they got? Okay, they're just going to cycle that. And then what? Nothing. Okay. That's fine by me. Haunting Figment is a clock. Just in case it's... Let's see. Okay, so we can do... We can do this. And this here. Another lightning strike? Yep, okay. Double lightning strike we've seen now. So any X4s out of the sideboard might be pretty good. I'm just going to develop the board here, get the Necromass out while we can. And a Flowstone Infusion. Okay, so double strike, Flowstone Infusion. Yeah, they're just straight blue-red. Pretty good blue-red deck. Okay. A little bit of tempo. Oh, I see. They're going to enlist the Steel Crusher here. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we have to trade with that as much as I don't really want to. We can't just sit here and do nothing. Getting rid of their black splash. Well, that's why. And I kicked Keldon straight. Oh, not kicked. Okay. Okay, congratulations, you get our last land. We've drawn like 4 in a row, so... Yeah, we just gotta stabilize here at some point. This Figment, we don't have an answer to it. So as long as they keep drawing spells, we're on a clock. Oof, that's a clock. They're at 10, 12 cards in deck? Okay. I think they're going to have just enough spells left in their deck to probably finish us out here before we can kill them, unfortunately. That'll probably help them as well. Not probably, it will help them. Maybe Bite Down is okay because of our big creatures. I mean, they have... Yeah, that makes sense for them doing that. That way if they have like 2 or 3 chances at a spell off the top. Okay, so we're dead next turn now. It lets us mill for 2, but that's still not enough. So I wonder if Bite Down is good enough against these flyers. We're very weak to flyers. We don't have... I guess we could play like a Mystic, but our mana's not great for that. Artillery Blast? Same thing, our mana's not great for that. But it's okay, I guess. We don't necessarily need it early. It's not good against Haunting Figment, but it is good against all these flyers, and I don't think we have any reach. We have a couple of birds here. But other than that, if they play a flyer, we're on an enormous clock. So maybe that's why we have to bring these back in. Get rid of like that and that on the play. No. This is almost worse. Alright, well, our mana might come back to bite us here in this last game. Could play Idyllic Beachfront next turn and play a 3-mana Sojourner. Could be pretty good. Take this and that, I guess. Micromancer. We've seen Shore Up and Timely Interference. There's the Shore Up. Okay, we got 2 creatures in the yard. There come the Flyers. I don't know how we win this. We have to try to push a little bit of damage at the very least. Because if we just sit here and take 2 every turn, we'll never be able to attack, and then we'll just die to a Flyer. Because they have Shore Up, and we only have like 2 removal spells in our deck. So this is going to be getting in. Sack a land. Interesting. Okay. They must have had a bunch in hand. Okay. It gives our whole team menace. Interesting use of Shore Up. They probably know that we just don't have a... Man, they are digging for something here. Or they're just completely flooding out that they don't need these extra lands. Okay, so they're trying to push some damage here. they have to do some blocking. And then we have 3 blockers on the backside with 4 unblockable, 2 of this. So they're going to lose some creatures here for sure. I could be overextending. They have a lot of removal, so that's not great for us. So maybe I'll keep this one back too. But again, we can't just sit here because they have 6 unblockable damage next turn. So we're dead in 2 turns. So we have to try to push some damage here. Okay. Okay, they go to 3. We got rid of 2 of their creatures. It's a close one here. I don't really think we have it. Especially because of the vigilance on this. If they play any spell, they get in for 4 unblockable, and they can keep them back as blockers. Plus, we know they have at least 2 lightning strikes and a flowstone infusion in their deck somewhere. Okay, that represents 4 damage. Okay, take 4. Draw a land, and now we have to swing out and hope it's enough. I haven't done math. It's probably not good enough, but we have no choice here. Because they have 5 cards. And look at a 6th, and all they need to do is find a land. So, let's see if it works. I'm sure they have a way to get out of this. And then lightning strike the bog badger? Yeah. Yeah, so they had the lightning strike, so no matter what, we weren't winning here. So I guess the only way we win is if they don't... Wait, what can we return? We can return... What if we returned a Writhing Necromass? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can't cast it, so we have to return a Splatter Goblin. Okay, so... Well, we're not dead then. We are officially not dead. One, two, three, 4, 5. Returning... Cancel. We can actually get a 3-drop too. Or we can get like Brawler. Nishoba Brawler might be the best thing to get. Okay. Or do we have full domain? 1, 2, 1, 2. We do. So we can get back a Sojourner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Getting back Sojourner because we have full domain. Yeah, blue, black, red, green, white. So that makes the Sojourner cost 3. 8 down. Yeah, it makes it cost 3. Okay, okay. Another lightning strike and we are dead. Ah, that'll do it too. Okay, well, it was close. We found a way to almost not die there at the end, but it was definitely close. They had a good blue-red deck. We kind of don't have great mana, so is what it is. All right, speaking of not having great mana, let's mulligan again. I guess I'll put back one of these Necromasses here. Darn. Okay, good. I thought they had Lightning Strike. Let's go up against another blue-red deck that will tempo us out, I'm sure. War Brute, yeah. I'm okay trading here. And they are too. Well, that sucks. Another flyer. Alright, well we are very weak to flyers. We've already established this. I'm going to play this first so we can start getting the surveil going here. Could mill ourselves, but we're not desperate for extra mana at this point. We have as much as we need to cast the Necromass. So I'm just going to, in case this game stalls out, I'm just going to get the mill going on them. Well, seems pretty good. Guess we'll take the bite down as well, even though they're blue-red. I don't really anticipate using it very much. Let's see if they use a shore up on this. Looks like they will. And I think that's okay. I could bite down, but then I can't play blight pile, so I'm just going to let that happen. Well, we're not attacking with this, so they have another shore up. Yeah. Oh, Furious Bell. Okay. Well, again, we weren't attacking. It was just sitting here as a blocker. And as long as they had that in their hand, they were going to keep attacking into it. So. Okay. See if they try to finish off Urg here with a lightning strike. It's almost like I know these things are going to happen. And they still had a mana up, so they have another shore up. So lightning strike, yeah, we're just playing against the same deck. That's all we're doing. That's kind of scary. What do they have on the backside now? A dragon whelp, and still have a shore up, unfortunately. Okay. Berserker, yeah. They have to block each of these. Okay. I still think they have another shore up. Which right now that we have 4, 5, 6, 7, it would be 8 damage. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. If they had shore up, they had lethal. It could be timely interference that they have, so. Yeah. They're gonna go for it? Yeah, alright. I think they might have it here. Okay, so here comes the shore up, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure it's what they have. And if it is, they win. Ah, they had another one. I mean, I don't think we can do anything else. Gosh. Alright, well, we don't have a lot of removal. They have double shore up. They have all kinds of removal. Red, black, or blue, red. Gonna kill us. Yeah, I mean, blue-red's not a great matchup for us. Again, with these flyers and things, I guess we could, like, bring in an artillery blast. Take out... This seems horrible. Yeah. Just going up against blue-red spells, flyers. Tough. We've also mulliganed, like, 3 of the 4 games we played? 2 of the 4 games? Keep this one at the very least. Ha! They mulliganed. How's it feel? Alright, this needs to die right now before they have any of their shore-ups. I should not have played that land in case I draw more domain here. Okay, got lucky, wasn't punished. Triple Necromass. See if we can get some creatures to the yard. Ooh, they're attacking. Interesting. You have 2/2 drops? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, let's just start dropping 5/5s, because the 3/3 isn't doing much. I'm not going to trade this for a 2/2. Okay, bringing in clunky removal against our Necromasses, putting something on top. Okay, now I think I'll trade just because we're on the block. And we can do this and this. Okay. Am I willing to trade Brawler for Soaring Drake? Yeah, probably. Or can we do all of this? 4 plus 4? No, we can cast both of these, we just can't kick this. So let's trade this for a Soaring Drake here. Again, we're so weak to flyers, we need to get them off the board. And then we can do this. And I know I could save this to give our things Menace. And maybe that's worth it? Or is it just better to have a 3-3? Honestly, on this board, I think it's just better to have the 3-3. War Brute stops our Badger. Okay, well, we're getting in. Furious Bellow. Furious Bellow. Go to 1. Oh, I didn't see what they did with the scry. I should have, so I'm going to go ahead and mill it. Just in case it was a top. Are they going to go for Twinferno again? No. Okay. Alright, well they have to block all of these here, no matter what. They could eat the Badger, they could then chump with the other two. And we have a 7/7 coming down, so they don't know that. I mean, if they eat the Badger and chump the other two, what if we did this? They would just trade Urg for like a Goblin Picker and then chump the Necromass? And I'm saying this can trade because we can sacrifice a land at instant speed here. So let's do this. Are they just going to let it bounce? That's fine too. Okay, that's also fine. I could sacrifice 3 lands to kill this, but I don't think that's worth it. I'm actually going to go ahead and gain a couple life here because we know they have some sort of combo kill with like Dragon Whelp, Twinferno and stuff, so I want to make sure I'm protected on my life. And we don't need that extra land. So whenever it deals combat damage to me, draw a card. Okay. All right, well, we have no choice but to get in here and see if they have an answer. Okay. And now they win. Now they win. Because we can't cast this. So let's see. See if they go for it. It will kill their Dragon Whelp if they go for... Yeah, they're going for it here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, well, I don't think we won a single game here in this draft, but 0-2. I'm running a little bit short on time today. We get no prize for playing another match here. So unless I'm sorry if you desperately wanted to see this match play another one, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this one, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.